So it's been a rocky, well, not rocky, but the interesting 2 days. Yesterday, I went back to the nuclear medicine, had a whole body scan. So essentially, what happens is that a week ago, I took the radio radioisotope of usual iodine, that is I-131. And it's pretty radioactive. If you watched any of my previous video clips, you probably saw that the Geiger counter kind of went crazy. But then anyway, after about a week, like it has decayed really nicely or exited my body nicely by pees or sweat, saliva, whatnot, right? So I go back, and then what the nuclear medicine does is to ensure that the radioactive iodines are has spread to the places that they expect it to, and then the level is low enough, and then it is not anywhere unexpected or undesirable. So that's good. So yesterday I went to the nuclear medicine. We had the 2D scan. So the scan is pretty long. It's like it takes pretty long, about an hour. So I just lie down, not moving, and then there will be, let's say, kind of two pedals that pass through my body very, very slowly, or rather, my body passes through these two pedals, and then essentially these two pedals detect all those radioactive rays or the particles, and then make this body scan out of it, image out of it, right? So then based on that, you can tell in my body where all these radioactive isotopes are concentrated. So that's cool, except that it's 2D, which means that it can be a bit unclear. Just like when you take a picture of some 3D objects from one side, you cannot really tell the full story, right? Well, of course, I guess you can use the deep convolutional neural net to, reconstruct the 3D model out of a single shot video picture or something, but let's say that's not possible. So I was told this morning that I should come back and then take another scan. So I came back to the hospital today, and I had another scan which took an hour, and it's really, really boring. Essentially you're supposed to take a nap, and I did take a nap of about 20 minutes, but about another 20 to 30 minutes, it's kind of difficult to sleep in the kind of, let's say, sleep lying down without making any kind of move. It's really, really uncomfortable. But then, all right, and then the technician took the image, went to the attending radiologist, and then needs to get the confirmation, and then attending radiologist said that nope, unfortunately, it's still unclear. So what I did was I had to go through the 3D CT scan this time. Well, it's the same machine, same scenario, except that these two pads are going to rotate 180 degrees. So it's essentially, if you have 3D objects, you take a lot of pictures surrounding it, then you can reconstruct the 3D model of it, right? So that's essentially a big part of all these 3D graphics model do. And then that's going to tell us much more about precisely where all these radioactive iodines are deposited, or at the Tuesday. All right, and then it takes another hour, right? So I was just lying there, the things were rotating, the bed was moving back and forth because they need to they need to scan my head and neck area first, and then my abdomen. Took really, really long. So I had to cancel all those meetings. I feel really bad. But anyway, after that, I didn't even see the attending radiologist, but the technician came back after showing the image to the doctor, saying that the doctor said okay, which effectively means that my radioactive iodine treatment has concluded. That's good. I don't have to go on another quarantine taking another I-131 pill. That's good. So in general, it's good. I just need to have a blood test next week in order to ensure that my thyroid hormone level is at the right level with the current dose of Synthroid, synthetic thyroid hormone. Because what happens is that the maybe only purpose of thyroid is to create the hormone that's going to help us essentially live, right? There are various things that hormone actually does, and then the thyroid actually creates it. except that I don't have a thyroid anymore. Or even before, it wasn't really working well. So what I need is I need to take the synthetic thyroid hormone for the rest of my life. That's fine, but I need to kind of, let's say, calibrate the dose in order to get the like right amount of the thyroid hormone every day for me. And it takes some time. It's a kind of iterative optimization process. So next week I'm going to have the blood test. I'm going to hear back from the endocrinologist whether I need to up or down or maintain the same level of the dose of the synthetic thyroid, Synthroid, or the more specifically, I'm taking the levothyroxine. And then after that, in July, I'm going to have a follow-up visit to the surgeon's office, Dr. Patel, who did an amazing job at removing the entire thyroid as well as most of the lymph nodes that were cancerous as well. So thank you, doctor. I actually met him yesterday at the hospital. Was it yesterday or the? Oh yeah, yesterday. And then yeah, I thanked him. Well, so that's about it. I guess I don't think I'm going to make this video clip anymore. Oh well, if in the follow-up, let's say monitoring stage, if it turned out that my thyroid cancer came back, which is hopefully unlikely, but because my thyroid cancer is pretty aggressive one with the so-called tau cell variant or the tau cell feature, so the recurrence rate is not that, like, not zero. So we'll see. So if that happens, then I'll probably have to have another radioactive iodine therapy, during which I'm going to record again. But to conclude, this time, the radioactive iodine therapy this time, after my total thyroidectomy about a month and a half now, almost 2 months ago. Actually, almost 3 months ago now. Time flies, especially when you're kind of, let's say, completely kept, or the stuck with the prospect of the cancer being, I don't know, pretty aggressive one, pretty bad one. You go through all those crazy thoughts, right? Imaginations. But anyway, to conclude, this spring, pretty dynamic, and in some sense horrible, but in some sense, relieving that everything was found accidentally, very early, thanks to the Dr. McNiff, who is my general physician, or in US, I guess you call it primary care physician. Anyway, let's check the radioactivity level for the last time. Okay. So, I can barely hear this. Can you, remember a week or let's say 8 days ago, or the day when I took my I-131 pills and then came back home and then measured it for the first time? How crazy it was. It was also inaudible back then because the frequency is so high, but this time it's pretty crazy. 100 CPM, okay, let's move it forward. So it is still higher than the background CPM at home. When I measured, if I remember correctly, there was like somewhere between 15 and 50, let's say. It's like 240 CPM. Let's wait a bit. Shouldn't take too long. But now 600 CPM. 620. I'll say it's about, it has stabilized around 6. Man, every time I say something, I guess because I'm actually talking to the machine directly, the counter directly, and then I guess I speed a bit, and then that speed is pretty radioactive because that's where the radioactive iodine gets deposited, my salivary gland. But I would say it stabilizes around 630 and then 4 micro or millisieverts. Alright, so that's it for now. Hopefully I'll keep you updated. Oh, hopefully I won't have to make this kind of video clip anymore. Alright, see you.